So, Judy, how was your show?
It was good. God, I love
The
the
show
pit.
that you
It was
had
so
me
good.
waiting to start recording our podcast for?
Look, I forget that Max season finale shows are longer than their typical regular shows throughout the week. So this was like 20 minutes longer. And I was like, oh damn, it's already 8:55. Let me text Ryan.
Honestly, any other day, I wouldn't even have cared as much. But for reasons I'm going to tell you in a second, I am so tired. Like, I feel, what's the best way to put it? You know how, like, when you get older, you get so tired that you wake up feeling hungover? No? Is that just me?
No. Maybe I don't.
That's
I
just
don't think
me?
so, but no, I don't think it's a you thing. It might be a thing, but I haven't experienced it personally.
Okay, so yeah, good cover. But yeah, I had one of those days. So I woke up today and I was driving to work, and usually driving to work is like, oh yeah, this is fine. It's just normal day. Listen to whatever I got on. And today I was in the car like, oh, did this guy cut me off? Oh, I'm not in the mood for this today. And then I was like, oh, someone's a Krabby Patty.
You're like, let me check myself.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. You can also check us out on TikTok and the Patreon at takeabreathpod. $5 a month gets you onto the ticker. And Judy, did you read the ticker last week?
No, I have not. I haven't watched our video. I listened to it. I haven't watched it yet.
All right. No, I just, I didn't get any notes from you this week. I saw the one note saying that you need to stop playing with your hair during the show, but I didn't see any other notes like if I, put a comma in the wrong place or misspelled the word the or so. I don't know. So, yeah. Before we get into the show, I had an idea. So recently I got one of those bamboo charcoal. I don't know why I said it like that. Charcoal.
Bamboo. Wow.
I got one of those bamboo.
Pronounced like that, okay?
Shut up. Just shut up, okay?
I feel like I'm going to just start saying that moving forward. Like, Keith, I need a bag of charcoal.
I feel so French, charcoal. But no, I got one of those bamboo charcoal masks. Uh-huh. And when I bought it, the EP said, ooh, be careful because those things can hurt when you take them off, right? Because they're supposed to when they dry, like it's a putty consistency. You put it onto your face as it dries.
And then you peel it off? Or no? Yeah,
you're supposed to peel it off. Exactly. But it's supposed to be the heavy duty kind, apparently, right? Because, I mean, look at this face. It can use some help. So I was thinking, since it's supposed to hurt, maybe I should do it on the show. Like, maybe put it on or at the very least take it off on the show. That was the thought process. And this is just how crazy the overthinking in my head can get. I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that. That's gonna look like blackface. And then I remembered that I'm black, and so I can't really do blackface.
Oh my God. To be fair, you could only do like a strip like around your nose. So you can just, exfoliate your nose and peel that part off instead of like covering your entire face with it.
Yeah, but it's a mask. I want to go all in, okay?
Which I also would not recommend if it's a peel off and you're using your whole face. I don't know. That is a little painful.
Well, I'm not going to do the beard part, obviously, but the parts of the face that you could that have skin bare to the world. That's another. Wow, my words are weird today.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Well, you know what? You should do it though. That would be fun.
Just forget. I'm not going to do it now, so we could just forget about that forever. We're moving on to the next segment because, like I said, I can't do words. So,
okay.
I wanted to call this segment Comment of the Week, but there's so many comments that I want to talk about that I have now decided that this segment will be called Get in the Comments, because, I'm getting in them, right?
You are.
So last week we posted, Am I Overreacting? And I just want you guys to hear the clip that we posted. Reacting to tell my GF that I'm upset she went on a date, in quotation marks, with her boss. Her boss has a reputation for sleeping with her coworkers and also has a reputation for having a thing for Asians. My girlfriend is Asian. Yesterday, she nonchalantly told me she had gone to a fancy restaurant with him for a late lunch, and then they walked a few blocks to a bakery for dessert. She said she felt like it was a business meeting, but it was just the two of them. Am I wrong to be upset? All right, so that was the thing we posted. And then if you guys were wondering, I, of course, said, yes, he is overreacting, because you can go have lunch with your boss and all these different things. But apparently, after looking at the comment section, I am very, very wrong. Okay? We have Cuz Cuts over here. Nah, bro. She doesn't need to have lunch with her boss. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That feels a little overbearing. Like he holds on to the relationship a little too much. But yeah. Okay. Maybe I was wrong though. Okay. So then we have N8. We know what other guys do because we do the same things. Girls, when it comes to guy friends can't see the forest because of the trees, she sees friendly actions, not that they straight lead to sex. Now, if you're confused, I don't know what to tell you. My man's was spitting so much fire that he just couldn't actually put coherent sentences together. I thought I was bad with words. My man said, can't see the forest because of the trees. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
So here's number 3. From Matthew E.O. It's a boundary respect thing. It's healthy to not tolerate things that feel disrespectful. It's definitely a conversation to have with a heavy heads up. I don't play that. I'm sorry.
I don't play that.
Imagine having to tell your girlfriend, I don't play you having lunch with your boss. And so you better get yourself fired if you expect to be with a high value man such as myself, because I don't play that.
I don't play that. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Okay. From O. Don't listen to this guy, fellas. It starts with a lunch and then becomes working late and then the work trip, which makes it a wrap. Has everyone in the comment section just been cheated on over and over again? Like
it sounded like it, yeah. When I read those, I was like, oh, who hurt these guys?
Not everything is a Tyler Perry movie, people. Okay, that's. Oh, all right. And this one was my favorite. Okay. From C Sando. L take bro has a right to express how he feels. Look, C Sando. You're right. he does have the right to express how he feels. But it's called, the section of Reddit I'm in is called, Am I Overreacting? He's literally asking for people to comment on it. Do you not understand how this segment works? Like, I'm not even upset with you. I'm just actually curious. Are you like, what's going on? Were you not actually paying attention at the very beginning? I thought I heard it say, "Am I overreacting?" Judy, is that what it said?
Yes, that is exactly what it said.
Interesting. Oh, but yes, that's this week's Get in the Comments. If you guys would like to, please get in our comments. Ooh, dirty. At TABPOD, wherever you social media. Oh, all right. Hey, Judy, did you notice anything about my appearance tonight?
Anything different? No.
Not really different, just about the appearance in general.
You look normal, the same as every other week.
Okay. She's trying real hard not to insult me, so that's fine. That's totally fine. It's the way the camera is, you probably can't see it, but right here on my hat, it says Naruto.
I see it. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to bring it in a little closer, yeah.
Oh, I mean, like, I can't just, I got a whole setup, okay? And I don't have, like, Zoom capability. Who am I, Tony Stark? Okay? You expect me just to be like, hey, Jarvis, zoom in on section 12, and then everything. It's not how it works, Judy, okay?
I don't know. I could, like, get up closer to my camera. I don't know how you have your setup.
Right. Look how far the camera is, okay? My whole arm is out, and I'm not even close to it. It looks like it. If you're looking at TABPOD, it looks close, but it's not. I still got a good 6 to 8 inches.
I didn't realize how far you were.
Which I hear is more than enough, okay? In fact, I hear that some people would say that's too much, okay? So...
Okay, so your Naruto hat.
So I got this hat last night at the concert I was telling you about a couple weeks ago. Remember, yes. I sent the EP the link, and she was like, "Oh, the link is so cool." And then I was like, "Well, did you order the tickets?" "Oh, I just thought you were sharing the link with me." So we went to that last night. It was so awesome. If you're a fan in any way, shape, or form, if it's in your area, I would check it out. The thing that caught me off guard, I should say, is I thought that they were going to do music from the entire Naruto library, which included Shippuden, which is the sequel series, I guess you can call it. But it was only from Naruto proper. So like I said, that caught me off guard. But other than that, it was so fun. And there were so many people there that were just like a good vibe. I mean, I went with the EP, obviously, and she was like, "Babe, we found our people." And I was like, "Yes, we did. Yes, we did."
Very much so, I would think.
But yeah. It was so much fun. I had such a great time. It has me thinking, I might be a concert guy now.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I remember you mentioning you're not concert people.
Right. I've never been a concert guy because growing up had to go to all the Neil Diamond concerts, and that just, it scarred me something terrible. Yes. A boy can only hear Sweet Caroline so many times before he cracks, people, okay? But being at that concert last night, it made me just think, like, because normally I'm also worried. I've always thought of myself as being like the biggest person in the room, and by that, even if it's not the case, it feels like everyone's eyes are on me. So I'm always worried, like, oh, if I go to a concert, then I don't know all the words, people are going to notice, and then they're going to laugh. blah, 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 blah. And I was like, think about like, I'm almost 40. I don't care about that anymore. Like, I just, when you have that kind of realization about it, it's like, why should I care about what other people think? You know?
Yeah.
They're going to laugh at me for being a poor regardless, so I might as well enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And then the next part is, well, yeah, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be gone for that long and not be able to, you know, have some of my medicine maybe. But then I remembered I could just be like the dude who annoyed Judy and be a weed ninja. So I'm not worried about that either now.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be that guy now.
So yeah,
great.
Yeah. Don't sit behind me if you don't like the medicine.
Now, if when you go to okay, so I guess this was one of the first ones, but would you have a specific place in the row where you want to sit? Like I asked, so you know, sometimes the people who are like at the end of the row, I always think of it as it's easy for me to get in and out and I don't have to like bother people. But then you're that person who's at the end who has to get up and every time somebody has to get through. So I was like, do I want to middle
No, my
seat
big back
like,
self. My big back self definitely wants that end seat. Okay. I definitely want to be on the end. If I get back down to my fighting weight, let's say, because you know I put in work. Okay, I'll fight if I have. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a little bitch. I get slapped in the face and I'm going down. But let's say I got down to like a regular sized weight. Because the other thing for me is I don't really care if I fit in the seat or not, but I don't want to be the person encroaching on the neighbor's seat. Right? I don't want my big old belly and my arm and everything to be encroaching on them. So and you can only suck it in so much in those seats. Okay? You can only do so much. And I'm not saran wrapping myself before I go into a concert. So like, yes, for me, I definitely would be having the end seat if possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. No, I feel that. That's the same. I like the closer to the end row, easier access to get out and stuff. So,
yeah. Right. Let's see. Okay, cool. Well, no, I've been wanting to talk. You showed me this. Well, you put this TikTok in our group chat like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've been wanting to because of what the topic is. Right? Can you refresh me real quick? Because like I said, it's been a couple weeks.
It's been like 2 months apparently, because I had to scroll through our group chat. And basically, it's just a video caught on Ring or whatever doorbell video that's out there. This guy is coming to go on a date, grabbing his date. And it's just the funniest conversation. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to get Ryan's take on this. It's a guy taking out an older woman on a date. Well, so that's it.
Okay, okay, perfect. That's all I know, and let's all see what happens together.
I'm not quite sure.
No, Alexa, off.
Hi guys. I'm here looking for Caroline. Is Caroline here?
Yeah, buddy, that's my mum.
Oh, that's your mum. Oh, listen, yeah, I'm here to take Caroline out.
How old are you, bro?
Me, I'm 24 years old.
My mum's 56.
Yeah, I know how old your mum is, man, and I also know how beautiful she is. Her age don't mean nothing to me, man.
Well, hold a minute, bro. Like, that's my actual mum, like we're talking about, bro. And you're here coming to my house.
Yeah, like, listen, no disrespect, man. No disrespect. Like, I understand that's your mum, and I want to be as polite as possible. But I'm just here to, go out on a date as we arranged.
Mom!
He yelled for his mom. He's straight.
There's a boy outside the house. What's your name?
Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah.
Buddy, she's 56 years old. What, bro? Like, why do you want a 56-year-old woman?
Listen,
I don't like.
man,
I don't like how he's
chemistry.
rubbing his hands the whole time. We all know what the hand rubbing means.
Taking over, like I'm happy to be your stepdad. You know, like
What do you mean there's a chemistry?
Okay. Now I know it's a bit. Now I know it's a bit. Okay, you can't. Nah. He said, "I'm happy to be your stepdad." I was already wondering because I saw that in the hashtags at the bottom. I was already wondering what was going on with that, and now I just know. Okay, 100% bit. But also, Judy, I don't like that video at all because it brings back. I don't want to say bad memories, but it brings back memories I don't want to think about. Because I was once, I may or may not have once been that young man behind the doorbell camera, not the one picking up, but the one being like, "That's my mom, bruv."
Yeah, to a young buck.
So yeah, look, mom had a life before she got married, and in that she might have dated someone. I want to say they might have been like a year older than me, and like that, like it was super short term, obviously, right? Because he had to go back to band practice or whatever, but. But yeah, no, I remember because normally, look, I was not in the best place in life, so I had to move back in with her. Right? This is all. I want to say this is around the time I'm like 19. I'm like 21 at the time, something like that. 21, 22. Right?
Okay.
So I have to move back in with mom, and one day her beau comes over. And they're, upstairs watching TV, doing nothing else. My mother's a saint. But at some point I was like, you know what? It feels weird being in this house right now. I don't want to be here. So I went to leave. But unfortunately, her beau's truck was blocking me in. So I had to call my mom to tell her to send him down so that I could leave.
And have you met him before this interaction or no?
I still haven't met him. I wasn't talking to him. Get away from me. Like, don't get it twisted. I was not trying to interfere with, my mom's dating life. But at the same time, if homeboy is somebody that you feel like you could have met in class, that's not a conversation that I want to have. Okay? Especially when, look, here's the other thing, too. I already don't have a huge self-esteem about myself, okay? So how do you think it makes me feel that I had to move back into my mom's house, and then someone who's barely older than me is just like, oh, I'm just going to come in here and be your stepdad now. No! I said no! It's not happening! I have a dad! I have 3 of them, okay?
Oh man. So you met him then?
I have never. I mean, yeah, we met. We didn't say any words. There was the I gave him the head nod. We all understood that it was just trying to be as unawkward as possible. Right?
Yeah.
And he moved his truck, and I left. And yeah, that was so. Thanks for opening up old wounds, Judy. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you.
It's your next topic for your therapist. So.
Well, you know that I'm seeing a therapist. Shut up.
For the future one.
Okay.
just put it back in, put it back in the file.
Now I'm not going to go just to spite you. Just to spite you. I'm never going now. I will let my brain rot just to prove you wrong.
let's get on with it.
All right. Judy, it's time for Am I Overreacting? No more than that, because I'm not getting copywritten again because Judy wants to hear the whole song.
I know.
All right. Am I overreacting about my girlfriend using sex to get back at me? My 28 male girlfriend, 28 female, and I have been having some ups and downs recently. We have been dating just over a year and live with each other about 6 months. We have these really random fights that just feel somewhat intentional on her end. Last night we were watching a horror movie. I fell asleep halfway through and she got upset at me, saying it was rude to fall asleep and leave her alone like that. And to leave her alone like that was scared. Man, people don't know how to. Now I sound like I can't talk again. Anyway, we went to bed and I laughed when saying that I was sorry, I fell asleep, and that she was scared. We got in bed and she grabbed her vibrator and said, well then, I need a distraction so I'm not scared. She invited me over to get involved. She got off, and then when I moved to get on top of her, she said, no, I'm good. So I said, oh, okay, and laid back down. She then started to touch me again and said, oh, are you pouting now? I told her, no, I was just going to bed since you didn't want to have sex. I'm not pouting. Then she made a comment about how it must be hard to sleep with an erection. I gave it a couple of minutes and then asked her why she made those comments. She said she didn't like that I laughed at her, so she denied me sex, so I would also be hurt like I hurt her feelings earlier. I told her that this is manipulative, and me laughing at her being scared was not meant to be malicious. It was very human. It was a very human thing, and I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. She then tried to flip it into explaining to me that she can refuse sex whenever she wants. I told her I absolutely agree. It just felt like she was being intentional to hurt my feelings, which she agreed. That was the end of it, so I'm just going to add, am I overreacting? Oh, okay, God.
Is he am I overreacting? What was his initial?
I guess I'm thinking he's asking if he's overreacting to being upset by the fact that his girlfriend uses sex as a weapon, let's say.
Okay. Let me hear your thoughts.
My thoughts are that this is a toxic relationship. This is so like you know how they got the Toxic Avenger coming out? This is more toxic than what creates that dude, okay? First of all, I'm in no way saying that a woman is ever beholden to have sex with a man, just like a man is never beholden to have sex with a woman, or any combination in between, right? Mm-hmm. But for you to use it in a malicious sense, like that's you know what I want? I want to give my partner happy thoughts about being in the bedroom with me, okay?
Right.
So I do what's called positive reinforcement. Because you know what I don't want? I don't want to be like, hey, EP, what's up? You looking good right now. You wanna go do you want to go do the baby bottle of banana trick? I don't want her to go, I don't know. You don't ever want that reaction. You don't want them to look like a POW when you ask them to go to the bedroom. Right. So, and that's what's going to happen, because the next time she's going to be like, hey, you want to do something? He'll be like, nah, you got your vibrator. Just leave me alone. Except he won't, because he allows this behavior. And by allow, I'm not saying he should control her. I'm saying that put it this way. If that had happened to me, I would have said, cool, I'm going on the couch. Have you do you.
Right.
At the very least, like, what you did was high key disrespectful, and we're going to have some time apart and see how you feel about it after the fact. Right? Now, should he also have considered her feelings about being scared and all that? Yeah. That's the other thing I'm getting out of this, is it also feels like homie feels like a bit of a goody two shoes, like, or a pick me boy, or whatever you want to call it, where he puts himself like, I am the perfect boyfriend and I do everything that she needs me to do. Right, like it feels like he's trying to make himself the hero a bit too much, and something about it is just not vibing with me.
Yeah, because then I'm also thinking, like, at what point did she realize he was asleep? Did she not try to wake him up? Why did you keep watching the movie, girl? Did you try to wake him up? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so many different things, and also. I get it not wanting to be laughed at. Okay, I get it not wanting to be laughed at 100%. But at the same time, like, I don't like the mentality of, oh, you laughed at me, I'm going to crush your soul. Okay, and you will never ever recover from the hell that I will fire down or rain down upon you. So no, not overreacting, but this is a toxic, because that was terrible, but toxic relationship, and you guys should not be together.
I agree. You should not be together. If it gets to that point, like, maybe y'all need to reconsider the situation that you're in. So.
For real. She needs to find her someone like myself who doesn't really fuck with scary movies, right? And we could both be scared together and just be, whole time. That's what you need.
We love scary movies over here.
No, God, no. What?
It's always.
I mean, I understand.
Like this. What?
No, you.
I was saying we went through like this phase where after we go to dinners, like Friday nights, we would pick a random scary movie to watch every Friday. And it was like our routine for like the last maybe 3 months.
Okay, so I don't like scary movies, but here's also from a medical perspective, okay? Look at me. Do I look like I need to have my heart racing for 90 minutes? Okay. Let's be smart about this, all right?
Just take just take some high blood medicine. You're good.
Just take some high blood medicine, she says.
The high blood pressure medication, Lauren. Just
go down to your corner store and get that high blood pressure medication. Are you just talking? You want me to just take aspirin? You just want me to get some Bayer and call it a day?
I mean, look, you feel healthy.
See, Judy is trying to kill her co-host, people. She is trying to trick me into watching scary movies and having a heart attack and convincing myself it'll be fine because I bought high blood pressure medication at my local corner store. Oh, you don't even have to go to like an actual pharmacy, like a Walgreens or anything. No, you just go to the gas station. They sell it everywhere. It's fine. Judy, you know I have a family, right? Like, you can't just be telling people stuff who have a family that depend on them.
My bad.
God.
Sorry, I take that back.
It's okay.
Don't watch
I know.
Don't watch horror movies.
It's okay. I know you've been kind of distraught over the last couple of days because one of your favorite stores is shutting all of its locations down.
Oh my God, yes. My girlhood store that I grew up with from like high school into my early clubbing era days. Forever 21 is going bankrupt and closing all of their stores. And I know maybe half of our listeners know, because I'm sure half of them are women. But God, I'm just thinking about all.
Well, they're all your friends and the EP, so
there we go. Perfect. Yes. But it's not just that the stores are closing and everything. I just found it funny that I saw on TikTok all these people posting like, yeah, Forever 21's, liquidating all their stuff, including all of their furnitures and fixtures. And I was like, oh damn. Like they're like, yeah, they got the tables for sale. They have the clothing racks for sales, hangers, like you name it, you could buy it. They got ladders and shit like that people would use.
So
and it's just
I'm gonna be.
It's yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you hadn't have told me that they were shutting down all their stores, I wouldn't have known that they were still in business.
Oh.
And I just say that. I say that not because it was a bad store or whatever. It's just like that store to me represents the early 2000s up until like the 2012s, let's say.
Yes.
Not saying that like you couldn't shop there after that.
Yes, that was.
But it just like, it's like, how every now and then they'll be like, hey, remember this actress from Pirates of the Caribbean 1? Keira Knightley, and how she looked when she was on the red carpet and she had the whale tail and everything. Like that look right there, that remember when look is what I think of when I hear the store Forever 21. Forever 21. It's just so locked in that time period.
So I was just thinking about like the time where I worked at Blockbuster. And they were closing all their stores, and we were selling all of our furniture, fixtures, and everything. And it just brought me back to that time where I remember this man bought the big old Blockbuster ticket sign, like the glow. What the hell are they called? God, I'm like losing my train. Yeah, just a display, And I was like, yo, you really gonna buy this thing? He's like, yeah. And man, I mean, I hope he still has it to this day. I'm sure it'll probably cost, he could sell it for a good chunk of money if he wanted to some collector out there.
That's what I was about to say. Is he probably, if he wanted
neon
to,
sign.
Sell for
That's
good
what I meant
to
say. So. Call it. It was a neon sign. God. What is that thing called?
You could remember neon sign.
I could not remember
I shouldn't
that
talk because
word.
I forget stuff all the time.
But man, I was like, ooh.
Man, I mean,
that's sad. That was a good part of my, chunk of my life there with Forever 21. But I get it.
I mean, yeah, no, because I think I only went into now. Granted, I'm not their prototypical person that they're wanting to come in the door.
You're not their demographic, yeah.
Thank you. Yes, but I only went in there like once or twice, and once was so that one of my friends could get something on her pierced. I don't even remember. It's not like they were doing weird piercings though, so it had to be like a belly button or like somewhere on her earlobe or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. How long were they doing the piercings for? I guess is a question.
I really don't know. Actually, I didn't think that they did piercings, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was a different story then.
I've never been in a Forever
21, probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might have been one of those like the Claire's or the icing stores back then. Those had piercings.
I don't know.
Okay.
To me, icing sounds like it should have been a candy store. Okay.
God, this is just bringing me back to memories. Jesus, great times.
Oh,
there goes
memories.
Another part of
I was about to say some messed up stuff. I don't want to be out of pocket. You're a very nice married woman now with a family, so I can't be talking about anything from back in the Forever 21 days. So,
anyways, yeah.
Judy. It's time for Judy Hates the Utes.
The two Utes.
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, two Utes.
What is a Ute?
to youths.
Yeah, I haven't gotten what's his name do youths yet, but I will cut that at some point.
Okay. Schmidt.
Judy Schmidt, yeah, whatever. The guy from New Girl who's now white Cedric the Entertainer, okay? So have you heard of the TikTok Minecraft Theater Challenge?
No. What are they doing out here now?
I can already see your disdain. I can already see it.
Like, oh great. What are we up to?
So basically what they're doing, this is a response to something that happened on TikTok, which we actually will see as part of this video coming up. But at a certain scene in the movie where a chicken is shown, the whole theater will erupt and just cause chaos. Why? I'm sure that there's a super cool reason in Minecraft why, but so now the challenge is, since it happened one time, like now everyone is trying to one up it and one up it and one up it. And certain theaters have already said, we will call the cops if you do this stupid TikTok stuff. All right. So I found a TikTok of the top 5 Minecraft TikTok challenges.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I wanted to show it to you.
Roll the clips.
This one says, brought a real chicken. And there's a guy with a chicken in his hand in the theater. Oh, now we have a theater worker yelling about having to give refunds to families. Oh, this is the original one. See, you can see the guy on his shoulders. This is the original thing that started the whole thing.
Oh, so like they're playing chicken or something? Oh, okay. I see it. Okay.
I guess I don't. This is Minecraft, and they are shooting fireworks in the theater.
Oh my God!
What? Uh-oh. This one says body slam the worker. Oh no. Oh, here they come. Oh, we don't see the body slam now.
Oh,
okay, we just see them getting escorted out. That's anticlimactic. I didn't want to see anyone get hurt, but I was waiting for like a Hulk Hogan.
Why are they doing this?
Oh. Look, they're just having fun, Judy. They're just being youthful. You know, they're just having the exuberance of young men. What I want to know, right? What I want to know is, it looked like to me that the average age of those guys was like somewhere between, I'll be generous and say 17 and 23.
I was gonna go like
y'all motherfuckers too old to be going to Minecraft. Oh, you know, 15? Okay, I guess 15 is fine to be going to the Minecraft movie. But it seemed like too many of these dudes was a little too old to be going to the Minecraft movie for me. And I'm not saying anyone shouldn't go if that's what you enjoy it. What I am saying is, like, I guess no, I'm just the old person now, because I was gonna say y'all should be a little more responsible. God. This is what this segment's done to me, Judy. I'm the responsible one now. What?
Crazy, right? Like,
God,
imagine you took your son to the movie theater and you didn't know about this challenge, and you guys were going to go watch Minecraft, and all of this chaos is happening during this time. How would you feel?
I definitely would have been one of those parents that made the worker go and yell at all the kids. Where's my refund? I got popcorn in my underwear. Okay, I can't. You see what they did? You see what they did to that guy? The guy had a chicken. A chicken.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Oh God.
I'm so annoyed by that.
And you know what really so here's the thing, I don't even really care about the moviegoers as much. I feel bad for the workers cuz
Yeah.
you already have to bust your ass to be able to clean the theater out so that the next showing can come in, because they're playing that thing. You get 15 minutes between each showing, and now we're just pumping them
Right.
for something like Minecraft, right? And now every single time they gotta bring in a full janitorial crew to be able to pick up bird shit from the chicken you brought in. Okay,
Yep.
Judy,
And then multiply that
is
by
this
multiple screens.
Oh God. Why is this the
Exactly.
world we live in?
I don't
You ever
know.
get the
These
feeling
kids
that
need to,
maybe
like, touch grass.
you ever get the
I'm
feeling that
sorry.
maybe that maybe we're in the bad timeline?
Yeah. I feel that's
you said that way too nonchalantly.
yeah. I mean, we've seen what happened the last 3-ish months. I mean, look,
Oh,
it's been a
don't
wild
even get me
ride.
started.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started. Okay, I've been doing so much research on all these tariffs and everything, and nowhere that I look does it make any sense to me on so many different levels.
Right.
And I mean, like, when I say I've done research, I've gone on both sides. Okay, I've looked at it from the right and I've looked at it from the left. And maybe this is just my bias showing, but the more I look at it, the more I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. So
Yeah. So that's
just
fine.
give me a minute. I'm trying not to dive into that dark hole that is politics.
Don't
I'm
do
really
it. We're not gonna get there.
Okay, nope, we got it. Judy, hit me with that. Am I the asshole that you found on
I
Threads?
stumbled upon. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna read just to you guys. It's a little long, so I'm gonna try to get through it as fast as I can. It says, "Am I the asshole for throwing out my husband's dinner after he went to eat at his mom's house?" My mother-in-law calls every night to ask what we're having for dinner. Then she brags about what she's cooking to make me look bad, especially for getting takeout. I used to care, but not anymore. But my husband would ask me to make dinner only for him to go eat the dinner his mom makes at her house, which is about 10 minutes away, and using the excuse, "Oh, that's my favorite meal." Yesterday, I wanted to surprise him by cooking one of his favorite meals, and although I was busy, I took time off from work to cook. I even went grocery shopping to get what I needed. Later, as I was setting the table, his mom called. I told him he didn't have to answer, but he did. Like usual, she asked, "What are we having?" but acted surprised that I cooked this meal. She then went on to tell him she cooked X meal and told him to come over. He said, "Okay," which shocked me. I said, "Seriously?" As he started dressing up, getting ready to leave, he told me, "No offense, but this meal that his mom cooked was even more of a favorite than the one I cooked." And he grabbed his keys and left. I felt awful. I took his plate and threw it out. Then I ate my portion. As I was about to put the plate in the dishwasher, he got home looking angry, saying his mom lied about cooking that favorite meal and used it as an excuse to force him to eat dinner with her. I was shocked, but as he sat down, telling me to go ahead and reheat the dinner, I told him there's no dinner after he abandoned it. I threw it out. He says, "What?" And I told him he disrespected my time and effort and chose to go eat with his mom instead. He began yelling at me, asking if I really did that, then called me petty and horrible, then went upstairs saying what I did was 100 times worse than what his mom did. I definitely feel I definitely feel like I let my anger and frustration get the best of me, but it really felt unbearable having to live like this for so long. By the way, I'm 26 and he's 28. ETA, to make one thing clear, and that's the fact that my husband only does this when it comes to food. He lived with his mom, attended college, and loved and still loves her food and is used to it. Okay. But yeah.
Okay. So, first question is, what does ETA mean? Because I thought that meant estimated time of arrival, and now she's using it as like ETA. Let me give you a small background check.
And it's to I can't even tell you what it was. Just a random ETA.
Okay. No, at least you're also confused by that. Okay, so second question then. And I say this not because of anything you did, but just like that, my ADD gets the better of me, so that I got lost halfway through there.
It's okay.
So his mom said that she made a certain dish, and he was like, "Oh, I love this dish even more, so I'm gonna leave." And then, but his mom just lied about it, 100%.
Yes.
Okay. But okay, I'm sorry. Like, this also feels super toxic to me. Like, and maybe it's also because there's a show. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but there's a show that I've been watching on and off with the EP called I'm Marrying a Mama's Boy or something like that. It's on Max, and it's exactly this kind of stuff where, like, it was for one of the couples, it was Valentine's Day, and the guy brought his mom along on the Valentine's Day date. Just weird stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And they always try to justify it, like, oh, I mean, we're just really close, and she had cancer a couple years ago, so I just want her around me all the time so that I could, in case they didn't have, like, I get all that. I get wanting to have a good relationship with your mom. That's weird, bro. Like, that's just weird. Yeah. If your mom loves to cook for you, then she could send you a to-go bag. Like, bring it to the house.
Yeah, drop it off.
Something,
like,
right?
Or If
it's because you want to have time with your son specific, okay, I'm not trying to say that you guys can't have a relationship. Cut that shit down to like once or twice a week. What is this? I'm going over to my mom's house every night for dinner.
Every night, yeah.
And lastly, and I understand that this is probably also a cultural thing or whatever, but bro, at some point, like, if you don't want to have microwave meals, like, then maybe yo ass should learn to cook. I'm not, I don't think about gender norms. I try not to anyway. I try to keep everything as separate as combined as it should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like he didn't cut the cord. So, but now going back to the actual woman, because that's who was telling the story, not the fiance or the husband or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, no, she's not overreacting at all. I think, honestly, the fact that she's put up with this kind of behavior for any amount of time.
Is she an ass? Am I the asshole?
Right. Same thing. She's not an asshole, all right? She's not overreacting. She's not an asshole. Her husband said, hey, it's really important to me that you make food, right? And she said, okay, I will make the food. And then he said, oh, you didn't make the good food. I'm leaving. All she did was try to be a good wife.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
now, maybe my bias is showing, because when we did Am I Overreacting, I said that the guy sounded like a goody two-shoes, and this girl, to be fair, also is painting herself in a rather exquisite light, let's just say, okay? So I just want everyone to know, I understand maybe I am biased, but you know what? That's my God-given right as an American. I can do what I want. I'm guessing you agree with me, but I need to double check.
I do. No, I 100% do. I think she should have thrown his food out. Like, If anything, I probably would have ate that second portion because I wanted to eat my cookie. Like,
oh yeah, like that was the part where
yeah, no.
that was the only part where maybe she was overreacting. Like, you just waste the food. But I mean, I'm actually happy that she wasted it because it meant that the husband didn't get any.
Yeah. So he basically didn't get any good food because he that's what he gets. Listening to his mom. Now I gotta go find that like,
that's just,
boy
that just
show.
It's on Max. It's on Max.
Okay.
Buyer beware. Just it's like once you jump in, it's real hard to get out. Like it's like a tractor beam. So
perfect.
God, and they just keep getting more guys who have this same situation, and it just keeps getting worse. And see, now I'm in the dark place, Judy. You put me in the dark place.
Like, how does that happen? Like, what goes through their minds to I mean,
it depends on which mama's boy we're talking about. One works with his mom, and they've just been best friends since the day he was born. Yeah! Another one has his mom manage him, so she kind of controls every aspect of his life, but like, instead of rebelling against it, homie is like, yeah, no, I love this. This is amazing for me. We have the one who took his girlfriend or his girlfriend or whatever on the Valentine's Day date, and that was the example I used earlier where his mom had cancer like 10 plus years ago, so he's just like, now I'm just gonna do whatever she wants forever. There's so many different reasons.
Okay, yeah.
You know, in the season I'm in now, we have a guy who basically just wants his mom to pay for everything, so that's why they're cool. Like I love my mom, but I think she would even agree. Like sometimes we need a break from each other.
Yeah.
She's like, get your crazy ass out of my house, Ryan. Fuck. You've been yelling for 3 straight hours. I only want you to come over so I can see my grandchild. You won't shut the fuck up.
I had to think about if I ever dated any like mama's boys, but I never come across any of them.
I mean, like, I can't imagine putting myself in that kind of position to where I would be okay. Yeah, no, because it's like the definition of porn, right? It's one of those things where I can't define it, which I know I just said definition, but if you know the story, then you'll understand. I can't define it, but when I know it, I recognize it. And that's what it is with this. Like, I'm never saying that, a woman or a man shouldn't have a great relationship with their parents, but there's a point in which it just goes too far.
Yes, exactly.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine someone being in that position and just being okay with it. Like, I don't know if I possess that kind of love, to be quite honest.
What?
I'm just saying, I don't know if I could love someone enough to get past the ick that relationship would give me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But if it's because I think it's because we're not in this position, but because
we're in healthy relationships and there's a lot of people who are starving for any kind of companionship, so they'll put up with whatever. And not everybody gets so lucky to be in a healthy, loving relationship. Is that what you're saying, Judy?
Where's the god?
Oh, we got 2 minutes 45 seconds left. All right, I'm gonna rapid fire through these last 2 things then. So, Judy, what is one of the most expensive things at the grocery store that we've been kind of complaining about for like the last 2 years?
Eggs.
Eggs, exactly. Well, you know how everybody's paying so much for eggs? Well, guess what, guys? The U.S.'s biggest egg producer profits triple as prices soar. I mean, like, this is the thing this is why I hate so many aspects of capitalism, right? Because it's not about actually just making a fair profit for the goods that you deliver to people, right? No, it's about making the most amount of profit possible so that I can put that into the share prices so that more people will buy the stock so that I make more money off of that. And that's the only thing that matters. And I say all that because like we've been talking about, everyone has been complaining about how expensive eggs are, and now the largest egg producer in the country, let's see, on Tuesday, they said that their sales almost doubled to $1.42 billion in the fiscal third quarter. Like, that we're just being taken advantage of on every single level. And it's just so disheartening that, that the almighty dollar is what is more important than people nowadays. Right. Because that's what we say when because it's the same thing with you pick any industry, and I'll show you an example of this. Mm-hmm. People complain about how high gas prices are. Oil companies are still talking about how they make massive profits. Everyone's always breaking the records. You want to go over to streaming? Netflix has no reason to keep increasing their prices, and yet they do. Why? So that they keep their stock prices up, because they show more revenue, higher income, better profits. Okay. And I'm not talking, it's not just Netflix. You pick a streaming service and you could say the same thing. Right. And, but Ryan, they're creating they're creating so much content, and the content costs so much money to create and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that. They've got, like, let's just say, I don't know, 5 million subscribers I'm not done yet. Let's say they have 5 million subscribers at $13 a piece, right? That's already that's already $50 million, $60 million essentially a month, right? It's probably much higher than that. But that's what I'm saying is that they're making so much money every month. It's not like them investing in content is going to cripple them. But what it does do when they increase the prices is it makes their company look more profitable. That's what it does. Yep. Domino's just did the same thing when they were giving away pizzas. They were selling pizzas at a loss. You can get any pizza for $9.99. Large, any amount of toppings. They just stopped it a couple weeks ago. But they did it so that their sales would increase, so they could show their stockholders, oh, look at what we're doing. We're worth more money as a result.
Right.
And yes, that's a good example because we got cheap pizza as a result. But guess what's going to happen now? Now the food prices are going to go skyrocketing back up again because Domino's is going to have to make up for the massive losses that they took so that they can figure out how to keep making more money. But on the bright side, Judy, on the bright side, and I know we got to go, so I'll get out on this. On the bright side, Nintendo reportedly has a stockpile of over 1 million Switch 2 consoles in the U.S., baby! Yeah! Okay, maybe we don't get to pre-order. That's fine. But you know what? I'm going to camp out. I'm going to go old school Black Friday style. I'm going to start camping out. If they give it out on a Friday, I'm going to start camping out the Saturday the week before.
No, you're not.
I mean, if my boss will give me the days off, I might. No, you're right. I probably won't. I probably won't get my Switch until like February of next year, like I said. But either way, I'm glad that Nintendo had to do like 5D chess and be like, you know what? Some might not pass the sniff test. We should start moving these things over now, okay?
God. Good for them, though.
But that
You know
does
what?
it.
'Cause
That does
we
it
know
for
the whole debacle with the PS5s and how they didn't make enough.
I mean, to be fair, COVID, but
I was thinking, did it come out during COVID? Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, maybe.
no. See, this is this is the thing that people
production.
forget or don't realize.
Yes.
Yeah, COVID stopped production of everything, and then we just didn't feel the reverberation of that for 18 months, right? So
you're right.
But it's not you. It's just people in general always forget that. Either way, I'm not getting caught in another rant. We gotta go, people. Y'all been listening long enough. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for listening to the show. We appreciate that you are here, even if you only watch one episode and then never again. We appreciate the one. If you could, though, please remember, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, YouTube at TABPOD. And until next time. Bye.